but it is true. We are able to do more than we've ever been able to do. Anybody can speak, say a speech, create something, do something more now than ever, more now than ever. So I know that things look bleak, things look away, but it is our job to continue the work, continue our work, to show up every day and show out every day, every day, every day, every day. So I hope you enjoyed that interlude and um, that little history lesson. Did you know that I Have a Dream was not in his speech? I didn't know that until I saw that. Tell them about the dream, Martin. It's just like your mama, your sister, or somebody said, don't forget to tell them about the dream. That's just amazing to learn that part. But I'm grateful for what our ancestors have done. Um, we really are our ancestors' wildest dreams. We really are. And as we sit on our own precipice of goodness, of greatness, let us, hey, Rob, as we sit on this place of history now for ourselves and for our own families, remember the ancestral mathematics that tells us that we are standing on the shoulders of exactly 4,094 people. It took those 4,094 people to be born in order for you, just you, to be born. 16 times great, 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 great. You are your ancestors' wildest dreams and
Mm.
and
Mm.
your ancestors and your descendants' greatest hope. It is for us to do the thing. Wow, 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 wow. Noreen said one of the questions we were asked in Ghana was, what is it we will do for our ancestors? You know, some people are so tapped in that when you walk in a room, they know you don't walk in alone. They know, they know that there are people waiting for us, waiting for us to show up, waiting for us to show out. It's our turn and our time. And as today we celebrate Dr. Martin Luther King, what is it that you will do for your ancestors? How will you show up and show out for them? Will you shrink back, fall back, don't do anything? You are your lineage's greatest hope. Will they remember you for the work that you do, for how you show up and show out? Today is the day of remembrance of a man who was gone way too soon. You know, when I read about him, there's a whole Martin Luther King museum here in Atlanta. And in going in the museum, I remember the one of the silhouette pictures that they had of him, and it was of him sitting at a table. And he's sitting at a table and his head is down. And they had the actual table. And the quote says, God, please Do not allow me to falter. Please do not allow me to falter. Do not allow me to fail. His words were falter. Because if I falter, the people will falter. This man was assassinated at the age of 39. It seems as if he would be a whole bunch older than that. But when they did the autopsy of his heart, they said it was so enlarged. He had the heart of an 80-year-old person. And we know now because of emotions and things that we've learned now in this century, in this time, that your heart holds all your love emotions, that your heart can truly be physically broken because it's emotionally broken. And it made so much sense that he would have an enlarged heart. So I say all that to say, Happy Martin Luther King Day. Let us see what the words are for us today as I pull our affirmation cards for us this January 19th, Monday. All the banks are closed, so don't try to go to the bank today. The first one says, I create a good feeling at work. I realize there are laws that govern the universe, and I work within these laws in every area of my life. I know that when I do my best at my job, I will be rewarded in all sorts of ways. I know that to be true because sometimes when you just don't feel like it, just don't want to, you want to do all of the shortcut things. I notice that when I give my job everything, a good everything, that everything else kind of falls in place. Oh, you're welcome, Emily. We played the song and the speech. It is so important for us to remember the people who came before us and did the work before us. It may not be as intense um as yeah, it's just as intense. I can't even say that. It's just as intense. It's just as intense as it was. We may not be protesting ourselves. There are many people protesting right now. The second affirmation says, there is plenty for everyone, including me. The ocean of life is lavish with its abundance. All my needs and desires are met before I even ask. My good comes from everywhere and everyone and everything. I am in agreement. My good comes from everywhere and everyone and everything. I love that so much. All right, let's jump into our 5 minutes of gratitude. And it starts with the words, things turn out best for people who make the best of the way things turn out. John Wooden. Things turn out for the best for people who make the best of the way things turn out. Sometimes you can't control the way things turn out. So you just accept the way that things turn out. I love that so much. So fill in the four blanks. Something I get to do today that I've always wanted to do. Mm-mm. One way my life is better now than I've ever expected it to be. A reason to smile right now. Something great about today that makes me look forward to tomorrow. So many things, so many things. Every decision I make leads me somewhere wonderful. Every decision I make leads me somewhere wonderful. Agreed, 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 agreed. Let's jump into our deep breath of life daily inspiration for heart centered living because we are people living from our heart. And it starts with the words shoes. And the quote is from Werner Erhard. It says, live as if your life depends on it. Live as if your life depends on it because it does. Your life depends on you to live it. And it goes, the Hawaiian people practice the Eastern custom of removing their shoes before entering a home. At a party I attended, a Tai Chi student told me, my master said that you can always tell the level of a person's consciousness by the way they leave their shoes at the door. When I left the party, I surveyed the long line of shoes outside the door. Most of them were lined up neatly next to one another. Then there were mine, crisscrossed and strewn out of line. Oops. Heaven is gained or lost not by dramatic deeds, but by the little acts of daily living. A Zen maxim, a Zen maxim states, if you can serve a cup of tea correctly, you can do anything, meaning that we can use any mundane act as a meditation to create harmony and beauty. The Japanese have an elaborate, what was that? What that was? Hmm. The Japanese have an elaborate ancient tea ceremony in which the server must be very present and conscious of every minute act that comprises the ritual. I heard a talk by a man who knew, hold on. I heard a talk by a man who knew Suzuki Rashi, a master who polarized Zen in the West. Everything Rashi did was a meditation. The man recounted. Once I watched him eat an apple. By the time he had gotten to the core, the apple was clean and sculpted. All sides were perfectly balanced and there was no waste. It was a piece of art. We can make our life a work of art by paying attention to the details of daily living. Let everything be a dance in which we create poise and grace. It is the highest game there is. I pray to remain conscious throughout my day and bring poetic mastery to all I do. I use my life to remember and glorify the presence of spirit. Ooh, 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 ooh. Everything is a meditation. How you do everything. I know as I walk through the healing house of roses and as I put up a rose or paint a wall or whatever it is, I'm always in the spirit of gratitude. I'm prayerful in the moment, just being present for whatever the goal is so that it comes out in such a beautiful way. And I know that it's coming out in a beautiful way because those of you who have been here are saying it already. Saying already. Okay, sounds good. You look nice and bundled up, Sherry, for your journey. Happy MLK Day. So let me jump into
Thank
our,
you.
yes, our simple abundance, our day book of comfort for this January 19th, Martin Luther King Day. It starts with the words joy, learning life's lessons with a light heart. And the quote is by Louise Bogan. It says, I cannot believe that the inscrutable universe turns on an axis of suffering. Surely the strange beauty of the world must somewhere rest on pure joy. Somewhere there has to be joy. The simple abundance journey takes us to undiscovered territory. We learn each day how cultivating gratitude tills the soil of our soul, and then how the seeds of simplicity and order send their roots down deep into the earth of our everyday existence. As we progress, harmony inspires us with quiet courage to create an authentic life for ourselves and those we love. With patience, beauty blossoms and our hearts experiencing not only happiness, which is often fleeting, but a wellspring of joy that refreshes and renews. We have found our true place in the world. With an eye made quiet by the power of harmony and the deep power of joy, William Wordsmith wrote, we see into the life of things. We see into the life of things. Seeing into the life of things is what engages us at this point in the transformative process. For deep within there comes a longing to give up the path of struggle as a way to learn life's lessons. Finally, we are ready to embrace the path of joy. Learning to live in the present moment is part of the path of joy, but this requires a profound inner shift in our reality. Many of us unconsciously create drama in our own minds, expecting the worst from a situation only to have our expectations become a self-fulfilling prophecy. Inadvertently, we become authors of our own misfortune, and we struggle from day to day, from crisis to crisis, bruised and battered by circumstances without realizing that we always have a choice. But what if you learned how to stop the drama and started to trust the flow of life and the goodness of spirit? What if you began to expect the best from every situation? Isn't it possible that you could write new chapters in your life with happy endings? For many of us, this is such a radical departure from the way we have been behaving that it seems unbelievable. Yet it is possible. Suspend your disbelief. Take a leap of faith. Take a leap of faith. After all, we have what have you got to lose but misery and lack? Begin today. Declare out loud to the universe that you are willing to let go of struggle and eager to learn through joy. It just may take your word. What's more, you'll discover much to your amazement and delight that such blessings have been waiting patiently for you to claim them all along. What could you do? What could you do if you decided to learn life's joys or life's lessons through joy and not struggle? What would happen if you leaned into the fact that you could stop the drama and start to trust the flow of life and the goodness of God? We say God is good, but then we say things like bad things happen to good people. But what if we could just lean into the goodness of God? What if you could begin to expect the best of every situation? No matter what the situation is, you expected the best. What would happen if you expected the best from every situation? If you leaned in and said, thank you. If you leaned in and said, thank you for this good outcome. Thank you for this great outcome. Thank you that I know everything is already all right. Thank you for showing me that it's all good. It's all good. Could it be all good? Yep. Our author says it is very possible. Suspend your disbelief. Could you suspend disbelief? What would it look like to suspend your disbelief? How about take the word disbelief, write it down, and go put it on the shelf? Like literally write the word down on a piece of paper and then go put it on the shelf and see what the anchoring of hanging up disbelief could do for your spirit. Put it down. Put it down. Believe that you can have everything that you have seen in your mind. Believe that you can have everything you've seen in your dreams. Why would a loving God that we know show us all this magnificence and not let us have it? Yes, and reply, all things are possible. All things are possible. All things are possible. I say it every day. All things are possible. Hey, Mama Bo, how are you? All things are possible. If you just hang up your disbelief, hang it up. All situations can turn around. We're supposed to believe in happy endings for everything. Begin today to declare out loud that you are willing to let go of struggle and eager to learn through joy. I will learn everything through joy, not through struggle, not through hurt, not through anything bad. I am wonderful. Thank you for asking. When you coming back to Atlanta? And in this, our author tells us that we will discover, much to your amazement and delight, that such blessings have been waiting for you patiently for you to claim them all along. And isn't that true? A lot of times we worry so hard. We worry so badly. We worry so hard just to come to the place where the worry is. And guess what? It never turns out the way you worried that it would. It always turns out right amazing for you. I'm thinking about the last week of this month, the last week of January. Okay, I'll look at the calendar, give you the exact date. Hey Gwen, what are you doing over there on Instagram? Gwen's on Instagram. But there's so much, I don't know. This is the 19th of the month. Yes, yes, yes. We're not worrying. We putting, matter of fact, if you have to take all those low vibrational emotions and write them down and physically put them on the shelf, then I need you to do that. I need you to put disbelief on the shelf. I need you to put worry on the shelf. I need you to put anything that is not positive, anything that is not serving you, any word that is anything unlike love on the shelf. I'm listening to Ayana's new book, um, Spiritual Hygiene. And she's saying that there's only two emotions, love and fear. Fear encompasses everything. Love and fear, that's it. Either you're in love or you're in fear. Which one is it? And I can look at my life and see that I have been living in either love or fear. So, what is it that we are fearful of? Identifying it and calling a thing, so that we can release the thing, so that we can write the thing out, so that we can release the thing. Because ain't nobody got time for the things that hold us back. We're in a place now where we're supposed to be elevating to our dreams. When I see dreams come true, when I see things come to pass that one I may not have had the money for, may not thought I had the time for, but yet here it is in my lap. That is that is all the love that God continues to bestow upon us when we ask, believe, and just be ready to receive. Keeping our hands open to release whatever we need to release, but also to receive whatever it is that we need to receive. What is your hand open to receive on this January 19th? What is your hand open for now? Leave your hand open. Don't close it and clutch it so tight, holding on to everything that you think is yours so that nothing can get out. But the same way that nothing can get out, nothing can get in either. So just be free. Be free. Keep your hand open to allow for the bestowing of blessings. And when your hand is open, your heart is open. Your heart is open for more love, more life, less fear. Let the fear go. We don't want it. We don't want it. Yes, extend an open hand of favor to us. Yes. Keep the hands open for favor. Okay, I talked enough. I talked enough. What say you? I know that we are all moving through this beginning of a new year. One of my friends said 2026 is not the year to be humble. 2026 is not the year to lean into humility. Yes, stay grounded, but pop off. Pop off your good stuff. Pop off the words. Toot your own horn because ain't nobody else tooting it for you. Let them know. I'm the best that ever did it. I'm the best at what I do. I'm really great at what I do. You need me. I never forget my friend Christopher. Oh my God. He met Les Brown and Les Brown's I guess it was his manager or somebody and his daughter. Do you know he called those people up with me on the three-way and told Les Brown's people, you need Darlaina Rose. He said, I mean, you could do without her, but I'm saying you need her. I'm thinking to myself, come on, pop it. Pop it off. Let them know. Go ahead, Emily.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Today, I'm just leaning in. I have to work, but I'm leaning into the day so strong because every single time it's like the ML King holiday and everything, and people, it just is. It's so crazy how I think a lot of times we just kind of it's just another day. It's a day off, or we're getting that extra money. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? And it's like when you really sit in that, that's why I thank you for that dedication because a lot of times it's just like I just gloss over like every year. I used to watch the celebration that they would do on TV, and it was like when I first started watching it when I was younger, it was like so impactful to me, and then I started just looking at it as just like background noise, and I
Mhm.
was like, but today for some reason I'm like, I don't even think we really even understand and embrace how much that man did,
Mhm.
how grateful we should be,
Yes.
the sacrifices and
Mhm.
different things that he did with his family just for us
Yes.
was things. And I just thought about how God gives us gifts and God appoints us for assignments. And we all have that. His calling was huge, but God gives us all a calling to do something
Yes.
for someone. And even for ourselves, it's so heavy. But when you really like lean into it and think about it, like what you're doing, your purpose for us, you know what I mean, Darlena? Like all of these things, it blows my mind. So today, even though I'm working, I'm leaning in on that and just like in gratitude.
Yes.
Um, just
Yeah.
it's real heavy. It's good in a
It,
good way.
it's good. It really is good. And we're grateful for all of the people who came before us, but today we recognize Dr. Martin Luther King for his sacrifices. He laid his life down. He laid his life down. His family, his wife, his children, all of them, they had to be the wife of Martin Luther King. They had to be the children of Martin Luther King, not seeing him, being protected by other people, but not him, because he was doing the work of the world, the work that God had given him to do, what his purpose was. Dr. Loretta, I saw you saying something.
I was just saying we got to be so grateful that he committed to his assignment to the point that he laid his life down. He was about Jesus' age when Jesus ascended to the cross. He was young like that in his 30s.
Mhm.
That man did so much in such a short time as a black male. You know, that on top of the fact that he just didn't let it stop him. And he was so tapped in. That speech he gave about, I see the land, I may not get there with you, but I see it and I see you in it. I mean, that's some serious stuff if you lay your life down like that and submit. The word surrender kept coming up for me all day and all night. That to surrender is the biggest gift you can give back to God. It's not about how many hours you work, how many dollars you give. Just give God back the life he's given you to use.
Yes, 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 yes. And I'm certain that during that time you were around for some of that stuff. You have a different um perspective than all of us. I was born in
Well,
19
I lived it.
yeah, I was born in 1965. So in 1965 I was
Yes, so
young. So, but I know that, by the time I was a few years old, I saw what my parents were seeing and what they were talking about. Yes, yes, yes. Surrender and obedience. Yes, Danny. See, that's the thing about Dr. Martin Luther King too. Like we talk about, many are called, few are chosen, but then few choose. You have to choose to choose. You have to, once you are chosen, you have to choose your assignment. You have to say yes to your assignment. And I could tell you what it looked like to say no to your assignment. And when you say no to your assignment, and where you could end up when you say no to your assignment. I think Jonah found that out, right? Running from the assignment and ended up in a whale. And we have a calling on our lives to be better than the people who came before us. And so I talked about ancestral mathematics, and I pulled it up so I can remind you of the number 4094. In order for you to be born, you needed two parents, four grandparents, eight great grandparents, 16 second great grandparents, 32 third great grandparents, 128 fifth great grandparents, 256 sixth great grandparents, 512 seventh great grandparents, 1,024 eighth great grandparents, 2,048 ninth great grandparents. For you to be born today from 12 previous generations, you needed a total of 4,094 ancestors over the last 400 years. So think for a moment. How many struggles? How many battles? How many difficulties? How much sadness? How much happiness? How many love stories? How many expressions of hope for the future did your ancestors have to undergo for you to exist in this present moment? Gives me chills. Give me chills every time I read the part. How many struggles? How many battles? How many difficulties? How much sadness? How much happiness? How many love stories? How many expressions of hope for the future did your ancestors have to undergo for you to exist in this present moment? And how dare us waste it? How dare us waste it saying, oh my God, but I saw on the news, but they said, yes, Noreen, we are to do greater works, better works. So as we lean into the life of Dr. Martin Luther King, remembering his sacrifices that not just he made, but that his family made, his wife made, his children made, because he belonged to the world. And his family had to accept that he belonged to the world. So in his short life, he traveled. He left a lot, spent time in jail, more time away from his wife and children. And when you hear some of the stories that they tell, it can be heart-wrenching. A lot of us, we've had our parents around to encourage, to do the things that is on your heart to do. Don't wait. Don't wait till the time is right. Don't wait till everything is lined up. Don't wait. It doesn't have to be lined up. Just start. Start right now. Start where you are. No matter what it looks like, start now. Whatever that thing is that's been on your heart to do, write the book. Tell the story. Start the process. Do the thing. Build the thing. Show the thing. Your ancestors are waiting for you. You are your ancestors' wildest dreams and your descendants' greatest hope. What will you do with it? Yes, Gwen. Gwen said, grateful to be able to make a difference. And we know that you are. And every single one of those young people that come across you, they are getting such experience and love. Because when you serve in any capacity, you are serving from your heart, deep in your heart. You see it for the people long before the people see it for themselves. You see how great they are before they even see how great they are. You look right at them and you see, oh, yes, you're going to be a go. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. You see the work of their hands and be like, yes. And all you could do is help them to develop. And each of us do that in some way, shape, or form, whether it's with children you know, or your own children, or your grandchildren, or whatever, or people that you know. All of you are always
We
giving.
all do.
Absolutely. All of you are always giving encouragement for wherever any of us are. If we are brave enough to share where we are, you guys are brave enough to say, you got this.
We are the example for those young people just
Mm.
by being. You don't even have to get up and consciously say, I'm going to encourage somebody today. The fact that you get up and go out to do what God puts on your heart to do is already putting the dream in place.
Absolutely. We all have a dream. What you say, Gwen?
Well, I'm the dream releaser, so just tell it to me.
That's right, Dr. Loretta. Yeah, no, I was going to say that you're so right, Darlene. I was listening to another call this morning, and they were talking about, we looked at John C. Maxwell, and his message this morning was about giving, graciously, and that's the foundation. He said something about when we just give, how you give from your heart and you just give graciously, that triggers God, that makes God happy, and another thing that we talked about was the fact that one of the good things that was said was that we should, as leaders, develop leaders, and so I'm hearing what you're saying about sharing and giving back to these young people, and listening to what Dr. Loretta said too. People, they do what you do, not what you say, and so we have to lead by example. So we just have to keep on moving.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, does anybody have anything else they want to add before we go? Okay. Sounds good. Well, Dr. Long, if you would please give us this blessing for this amazing day of remembrance of Dr. Martin Luther King.
Well, I have something to say that each of our lives are a dedication to what he lived out in front of us. We all do it. There's not one person in the sound of my voice that is not doing that. So don't minimize your contribution. Your contribution, you embody these principles. There's not, look how you met our girlfriend walking in the parking lot. Now, if you'd been stuck up because you were pretty and dressed up, we wouldn't even have Manya's cute cat on on the broadcast every day, because you two would never have engaged. So we just need to be mindful that we embody these principles as best we know how, because we ain't always up for it. I tell you what. But you pray. My mother would say, pray and move your feet. It ain't about staying in your prayer closet. Your prayer closet is what gives you the courage to go out into that other. I don't call this we live in the real world. You go in your prayer closet so you can go into that other world.
Yes.
So we do the best we can to embody the principles that Dr. King lived out in front of us. Okay, come on, y'all. I'm blessed going in.
I'm blessed going in.
I'm blessed coming out.
I'm blessed coming
I'm
out.
blessed in the city.
I'm blessed in the
I'm
city.
blessed in the field.
I'm blessed in the
I
field.
am always in the right place at the right time.
Always in
I'm always at the right place at the right time.
With the right people.
With
the right people.
Doing the right thing.
Doing the
right things.
For the right reasons.
For the right reason.
And everything is in divine order.
Everything is in divine order.
As Jabez says, bless us indeed.
Jabez
says, bless us indeed.
Expand our territory.
Expand our territory.
Extend an open hand of favor to us.
Extend an open hand of favor to us.
that we may do no harm.
That we may
that we may do
No.
no
harm.
And this is a big one, everybody. Let go and let God.
let
And we
go.
let go and
and
let
let
God.
God
Then you go with the flow
Go with the flow.
go with the flow.
and let the blessings and the money roll in.
Let the
And let
blessing
the
And let the
blessings and
blessings
the
and the
money
money
roll in.
Here it comes from the north, south, east, and west,
the north, south, east,
North, south,
south,
east, and
east,
west,
and west,
from above and beneath,
above,
from
above
above
and
and
beneath,
beneath,
from known and unknown sources.
known.
known and unknown sources.
Where's the money? Tell us about the money, Doc.
It is, we have supernatural unlimited money. So it's supernatural unlimited seeds.
And we live and give out of God's overabundance, so we never run out.
Never run
we
out.
never run out.
We always have more than enough.
We always
Always
have
have
more
more
than
than
enough.
enough.
More than enough to do anything God puts on our hearts. No, wait. More
That,
than enough to do anything we desire. Put ourselves
More
in there
than
now.
enough to do
Mhm.
anything
That
we
we desire.
desire.
And
Mhm.
then more than enough to do anything God puts on our hearts to do for
Mhm.
More than
others.
enough to
More than
do.
enough to do
More than
But
anything
enough
we
that
to
get
do
God
ours
puts on
anything
our
first,
hearts
y'all.
to
God
do for
wants
others.
to do for others.
We
Yes.
have money to spend,
Money
money
to
to
spend,
lend,
money to lend,
and money to keep.
and money to
We have
keep.
money to spend, money to lend, and money to keep.
yes.
Mhm.
Because our bank is in heaven.
Thank
Heaven.
And we're the branch banks of heaven. So we're the spout where the money coming out.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Hallelujah. That's
Hallelujah.
good news. And we don't
Amen.
have to beat the bushes for the money. We're the spout.
That's right.
We're the all we have to do is be obedient and God will tell us where the money's supposed to go. We're the spout.
yes, yes,
Amen.
yes.
Keep our
Amen.
spout
Hey, I say,
uncluttered.
Lord. Yes,
Amen.
Mama. I'm so
Okay,
grateful.
fellow spouts.
Yes, I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. Thank you so
Continue to look for where the money's supposed to go and let it flow.
much.
Amen. Let it flow where it's supposed to go. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Thanks everybody for being here. Have an amazing day on purpose. I'll see you tomorrow, same time, same station. Bye for now.